I myself, I shouldn't even be here. In 1978, I lost my apartment on Avenue C and 9th Street. Well, I didn't actually lose the apartment. I could see that I was going to lose the apartment because the landlord had sold the building. He was a great landlord, but he sold the building to an SOB. And so I could tell the rents were going to go up sky high. I wouldn't be able to afford them. And a friend of mine lived in an apartment at 77 East 4th Street, a tiny back room with a tub in the kitchen, a closet for a toilet, just barely out of the stage of toilet in the hall, and holes in the floor you could see down to the apartment below. But it looked great to me because the rent was just about $100, and I could afford that. But it was illegal. He was an illegal subletter, and he was going to sublet to me because he was moving to California, so I was doubly illegal. So I hid. I did not get involved with Cooper Square because I was afraid if they found out who I was and that I was really doubly illegal, I'd be out of my ass. And what changed that for me was in 1984, I went to Nicaragua and spent 4 months taking part in the revolution down there and learning about revolution and what revolution really is. It turned out to be entirely different from the romantic idea that I had had up until then. And one of the things I did while I was down there, because I was working down there and I met a lot of people, and I would ask people, you know, what can I do to help the Nicaraguan revolution when I go back to New York, because clearly I wasn't going to move to Nicaragua forever. And the answer was almost invariably, where do you live? I said, well, I live on 4th Street in New York. And they said, well, go back there and make one. So I came back here and found that one was already in progress. I didn't have to start one. And so I got involved with it. And once you get involved with Cooper Square, I mean, forget it. The rest of your life is laid out for you. So I eventually ended up getting legal. Cooper Square helped me to get legalized with HPD, helped me to get certain aspects of the apartment improved slightly. And then I got involved, ever deeper involved. I got on the steering committee of Cooper Square. I got involved with all the retreats we had, planning for the MHA and so forth. And these meetings were often endless and sometimes boring, but always productive, ultimately. And it took a long, long time, but we did it. And and we reached the stage where we actually had done this. And one other thing I wanted to say about the way we were involved with it. I noticed as soon as we had said the business about having a 99-year proprietary lease, owning, in other words, owning our own apartments, the thought crept into my mind, oh man, an apartment in the East Village, I could sell that for $500,000 and be a rich man. And I thought, if I'm thinking that way, everybody's thinking that way, and we had better do something to make sure that doesn't happen, because the whole idea of this is to keep these apartments low income forever, or at least 200 years, which is forever so far as I'm concerned. And so then that's when we started getting involved with the Community Land Trust and the legal structure that Marty Berger set up for us, which was brilliant. And as far as we can tell, there's no way that a speculator can come in and take over these buildings now. And that was really important. So.
Great.